Hey guys, the Creator 13 here, back again for another video. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make some good YouTube videos in Microsoft Clipchamp, right? So first of all, what I wanted to talk to you about is recording. So recording, you can either use OBS like I am here. The only reason I'm using OBS is because Clipchamp doesn't allow me to record inside it with Game Bar, by the way, or in Xbox Game Bar, right? I don't know if you can see that, but it's up here, and yeah. If not, I'll put a screenshot on the screen right now and show you all the buttons, but yeah, whatever. For now though, let's just get right into it. So in order to make a short, so I have all the clips, right? This is for my most recent survival episode. To make a short, right? So make a new project, and I'm gonna name it short, right? Press import media, and I just took 2 clips. All right, so I just took 2 clips in my Minecraft world, and if you combine them, then they'll be less than a minute long. So you gotta make sure that they're less than a minute long, right? So this one first. So the raw footage looks something like this. Hey guys, the Creator 13 here, back again for another short. In this most recent episode of the Layback SMP, I made a dock for the iron farm as well as some paths, right? And I also put an animation mod on the world. And a high-level Guardian farm made by Silent Whisper that gets you to 30 in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So shout out to him. But if you want to check that out, then check out the full video. And yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios. So it took me a while to stop recording there, right? But so basically, what I like to do is I like to trim the ends off. So see. Hey guys. Did you see that like little like silence beforehand? I like to trim that off. So press play and then you wait right before I start talking, right? Hey guys. Right, so we go right before. And then we press this little scissor tool and then right click this and then delete. And then right click this shadowy spot and say delete this gap. And then rewind, right? Hey guys, the Creator 13. See, not as much silence, right? And then we watch it. Gene here, back again for another short. In this most recent episode of the Layback SMP. So whatever, and then we like to clip the ends as well. And I also put an animation mod on the world. So I remember that's when I stopped talking. I press split, right click, delete, and then if you see that trash can, you can just click that instead of, fully right clicking it. Then we'll do the same for this clip, right? So. Right? And then, that gets you to 30. And at the end, next one, adios. So I said adios. I can delete this. All right. So now what we want to do is we want to add transitions. So you can use specific transitions. I like to just put a fade on it, right? So it's not going to fade in because it'll just cycle around, right? So it'll fade out by 0.5 seconds. And then this clip will fade in by 0.5 seconds, right? So it'll go something like this. World. And a high-level Guardian. And I also put an animation mod on the world. And a high-level Guardian farm made by Silent Whisper that gets you to 30. Right, so there's that. And then in order to make it a short, right, what you want to do is you want to go up here and select 16 by 9, and then go to 9 by 16. Then you want to select this and select fill. And then go over here and do the same thing, select fill. And then, yeah. Then you can add text and whatever, like check out the full video, right? I might make that the text, and I might put the text, right, aligned with the center, right up there. And I'm gonna make this text really long, right? So it's hey guys, the Creator 13 at the top the entire time, right? And then you want to press export and then 1080p. and then see how it's like a whole, it's like a short, right? So it should export. The shorts don't take as long to upload, right? Uh, as you'll see once we start showing like how to make videos, then it gets a lot harder. But yeah, so it's done exporting. I don't know if you can see this because I haven't used OBS in a while, but it says that in my downloads, and then I can go show in folder, and then I just go to I just go to captures, full screen that, and then I put this right there, right, in short. So now what we want to do is we want to go in here, ignore my ignore my watching habits. So we go view your channel, right? Or you can just press this up here. So create, upload video, even if it's a short, just upload video. And then select files. So you want to select the short, right? And then delete this and make it whatever title you want, New Guardian Farm on the Laid Back SMP, right? And then you want to type whatever it is your title is plus hashtag shorts. Oh shoot, hashtag shorts, right? And select that one. And then you can add a description, right? Whatever. And I'll put this in my Minecraft survival playlist. And then yeah, and then video elements. So if you want to add a related video, you can do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I post my episode, and then I'll put the related video in. And then you can schedule a time to publish this. I'm going to publish this on Friday. Yep. Friday at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. is my standard publishing time, like so. And then you press schedule. Bam. So yeah, so that's how to make a short. If you want to make a video, so you want to exit out of that and go home. And then since we're done with it, I can just delete this and then create your first video. So I'm going to show you in the meantime how to make a time lapse. So we're going to go in here and we're going to select that 173-minute clip. It'll take a while to load, but it'll do its thing. Yeah, right here. Okay. So time lapse right here. So it'll take a while to load, all that jazz, right? I'll name this dock lapse 1, right? Because it's a time lapse of me building the dock that I just showed you in the short, right? So it's just a time lapse of that, right? All right, so it loaded. So a good rule of thumb I have, right? So we push that. So if it's over an hour, you want to go into speed and just crank it to the max. So 16. So it's 4 minutes and 36 seconds, which is not ideal, right? Because, you don't want to be sitting there for 4 minutes watching this silent video, right? Like, that's not very interesting to watch, right? And so you want to press export and export that as dock lapse 1. And so it should be just doing its thing. All right, in the meantime, I'm getting bored. Hello. In the meantime, I am going to go to my captures right here. And so what we're going to want to do is, so I think it's this one. Yeah, an hour 13. So once this is done exporting, we're going to want to delete that, right? Because so an hour and 13, right? 5.28 gigabytes. In perspective, this is 55 seconds. This is 59 megabytes. It's still quite a bit for 59 megabytes, but whatever, right? So that's your thing, right? And then yeah, so it's still exporting, but once it's done, you want to delete that, and then if you want to redo something in the time lapse, then you can always go back and grab that later, right? So, yeah, 3 minutes remaining, it says. The fact that this took longer than the video actually is, like, sometimes it does that. So, quick note. So once it reaches 100, it'll start downloading. In that time, you're free to delete the other thing. So this might take up a lot of space since it's an hour of footage condensed into like a little itty bitty like 4 minute thing, right? And so this might take up a lot of space. And so if it takes up too much space, you might have to re-export it, right? And so in order to stop that, once it reaches 100, you can go ahead and delete the original time-lapse file, right? So I muted myself in Xbox Game Bar with the mute feature, right? But if you're not muted, you can just turn off the audio in Clipchamp. Like after this stage, we'll deal with all the audio related things, right? So you can see a minute remaining, right? So yeah. Yay! Yay, we did it! Alright, I'm gonna delete the hour and 13-minute footage. Is this it? Yeah. So hopefully we can put this in the recycle bin. Yep, so it's in the recycle bin. So if I need it later, I can get it. And so then we're gonna show in folder, and then we're gonna go into captures. And then we're going to minimize that and drag and drop that there. And then we're going to close out of downloads and the captures folder. So now we want to go home. Okay, so since I deleted the footage in there, right, there's no use to that project. So you want to make another video. Okay, so we want to say Doclapse 2. So this is, so we want to grab our Doclapse 1 clip, right? Excuse me. Oh, right here. Right here. So we have Doclapse 1, and it'll prepare, and we can add this, and then we want to add the speed. What I usually do is I just adjust the speed until it says, like, until it goes under 2 minutes. Most of the time, so at 2x speed, it's 1:40, right? So this is what it looks like. So I'll just watch the time lapse. Yeah, just, sometimes it's really long, like it's like an hour and a half, although like 4x speed, it's like really blurry, but I'd say just a rule of thumb is to get it to around like 2-ish minutes, right? See how it's like 2-ish minutes, right? Like, that's my general rule of thumb, right? So, yeah, so you get the gist. I'm bored of watching this. So you want to press mute on that, and then you want to grab some music. So how you're going to do that is you're going to go to Content Library, you're going to go Audio, and then go Music. And you can search it for specific songs, or you can find your own with these, like, regular categories, right? I, like, for example, one of my main beats is in here, right, whatever. So I use the Rising Star, which is this one, as my time-lapse music. So we're going to shorten this, right? And then we're going to make this fade in and out, right? So we're going to say, okay, I'm going to fade this in and fade this out so it doesn't interrupt the music. I'm also going to fade this in and out as well, like so. So then when you start it, right, when you start it, it has that nice pop in, and then when you end it, the music has that nice fade, you know? So, shoot, is that all the way back? I'm gonna drag that out, and then, is it still faded? Yeah. Okay, so now you want to go to the volume. So if you're gonna add a voiceover over the time lapse, then change this down to around 10% of volume. If not, I say just, you know, go 100, right? And it's nice and loud. But if you're going to add a voiceover to your time lapse, you're going to want to go and press the Windows key and then scroll all the way down to V and go to voice recorder. Right. I have some recordings here that I'm going to delete because I haven't used them in quite a while. What you want to do is you want to press record, right? And then you want to go down, right? And then you want to push play on the video in 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, guys. So, I started building up the pillars right around here. I used spruce logs under the water so that it you can make sure that it looks like wet, and I put oak logs at the top so it's like the underneath part was like kind of wet, you know. And so then I built trapdoors around the iron farm because I'm going for like a kind of big dock, and then I cut out holes for the oak trapdoors to be. So yeah, and then I'm like kind of moving around the pillars just a little bit, right? And because I made them off center, I thought, but then they weren't actually off center, but I made them off center. You get the picture. So I'm putting all the oak trapdoors in. Hazel's coming and going at this point. So yeah, and I'm gonna realign the pathway in a little bit, but not right now. So we're chopping down trees, right? And then because we're trying to get the some spruce slabs for the floor of the bridge, you know. And then and as well as some spruce trapdoors. I made absolutely like way too many though. So yeah, I made like way too many. Not here, but like later on, I made like 8 stacks too many. I thought I needed way more slabs, but I did not. So there's that. But yeah, the reason there's all these holes in it is because I'm gonna put some campfires down in there, you know. I'm putting campfires down in there right now, but I spent like a whole like 2, maybe 3 more hours after this. Not all in one sitting, of course, but 2, maybe 3 hours after this, getting more campfires. It was super annoying, right? Because I don't have any coal, so I just have to kind of do that. And then my shovel lost a lot of durability, right? So it was like, oh man. But yeah, so that's the end of this this clip. I'll get back to you. Bam. All right. So my recording has been saved, so I can X out of that. I can go your media, import media, and then we can go to sound recordings. If you don't see sound recordings here, this is just here because it's in my like recents. You can go to documents, and then it'll be in sound recordings, and then you select recording, right? And we could put that right here. So I'm gonna chop out the part where I like was talking earlier, right? So board, right? And then you want to go. So first off, these recordings are gonna be super quiet, so you're gonna want to up the volume. Go down, right? And then you want to push play on the video in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so right here, I'm going to cut this with the scissors, delete this part of the audio, and then move it right back. And then we're gonna move this backwards to align with that, right? So now, the time-lapse looks like. Alrighty, guys, so, I started building up the pillars right around here. I used spruce logs under the water so that it like, this isn't me talking, so that you can make sure that it looks like wet, and I put oak logs at the top, right? So whatever, it's the same thing, right? And I've found that this recording has a bit higher of a quality, like the recording has, or like the voice editor has a bit higher of a quality sound than the Xbox Game Bar. I'm not sure about OBS since I've never recorded with this, so this video could be entirely scrapped because, you know, but it's like, you know, the underneath part, it sounds clearer than normal, right? So you're gonna export this at 1080p, and it's gonna like zoom through editing since the original video is only 4 minutes instead of friggin' an hour and a half. But yeah, once this exports, you're gonna do this for any other time lapses you have. I have like 3 more time lapses, so I'm gonna stop recording. So yeah, see you guys in the next clip. Alrighty, guys. So, yeah, so that's how you make some time lapses. So that's pretty nice. So now I'm gonna show you how to make just a regular video. So I'm gonna name this Survival 1. So we're gonna import media. So I just made an intro, to my thing right here. So so for each piece you import media, then you add a timeline. And then for each little clip, you're going to want to trim it, right? Right, so that's when I start talking, so get rid of that.
Hey guys, the Creator 13 here, back again for another episode of the Laid Back SMP. Today we're going to do some major building around this iron farm area, including paths, a dock, that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's get right into the video.
Right, so you trim each clip, and then fade them into each other. The intro you don't need to fade in, and the outro you don't need to fade out. You can, but the intro I'm going to fade in like so, or fade out like so. And then you add each consecutive piece, right? So if I'm here, in the last episode we're like going to the ancient city and whatever, so like this starts there, you know.
Sunlight! Alright, see ya. So guys, I got Swift Sneak and I got some pants back. I'll get a diamond pick and sword from the villagers. I was just giving Hazel some grief. But I got some echo shards and some disc fragments. But yeah, or in the last episode I got some I got in creative and I went in a copy of the world and I found that there was one ancient city like 9,000 blocks away, and that when you go to it, there's a specific chest.
Alright, so now I'm going to add some text on here, right? That says, hey, I did not go to this ancient city in the episode, right?
So me and Hazel are going to go to that.
So I'll move that right there. So we're going to want to fade the text in and out, but since it's shorter, I'm going to only do 0.1 seconds. So I'm going to say, note, we didn't go to that ancient city this episode. Right? So the fade just...
So me and Hazel are going to go to that. But yeah, see you when that happens.
Oh, shoot. So see you when that happens.
Hazel are going to go to that. But yeah, see you when that happens.
So we're going to chop that off, and I'm going to connect this right here.
To it, there's a specific chest that has a silence armor trim in it. So me and Hazel are going to go to that. But yeah, see you when that happens.
So yeah, so that did not happen. So yeah, then you just keep going for all the different clips you have, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go in here, and this talks about some villagers I made, right? Oh, I forgot to fade this out, didn't I? Fade out, right? So you want to keep doing this for all your clips. All right, so on times when you have to cut stuff out like this,
sucks. I back here on here, and then
see that laggy period? I don't want that, right? So you split at the beginning of where you want to cut and at the end, and then you delete it, right? And then you can drag it, or you could use the delete feature. The delete feature works if you have text later on, right? And then you're going to want to fade this in and out. I like to fade it in and out. If it's in the same clip, I like to do 0.2. And then if it's going to different clips, I go to like 0.5. So then
that sucks. And then let's see. And then I also got this back with Unbreaking 3. As well as, I thought I did something else. No, but I also got this hoe just mending. So yeah, see you guys.
Alright, so yeah, it's pretty much straightforward from then on. Alright, so there's going to be points when it's really bad lag, or you just want to cut something out entirely. So if it's lag and you want to keep this in, right?
Alrighty guys, this took way too long, but I decided to add another village.
The entire thing's like this. Right? So, and the video is also very laggy. Like, watch that. That's pretty laggy. So, the thing you want to do is either just cut the clip out if it's not that important, or, right? So I'm going to fade this out, by the way. or you can just voice over the entire thing. What I like to do is I like to voice it over, starting
guys,
now,
this took
and then
way
listen
too
to
long,
what
but
I'm
this
saying
had
in
another
game,
villager cage.
right? So listen to what I'm saying. Like I was like, oh yeah, I added another villager cage, and basically just try to replicate whatever I was saying there. All right. So once you're so once you finish editing the video, I put all the clips in and the time lapses and all that stuff in order and voiced over stuff accordingly and put text where I wanted to put text. This episode is kind of just a filler episode, just explaining stuff. I like the path stuff, but it's not too interesting. I feel like next episode, whatever. I explained all the stuff and whatever in the episode, you know. So now what you want to do is you want to go to music. So you want to go so same thing as the time lapse music, except now we're doing other stuff. So I like using this Calm River right here. Sunshine is better than Calm River in my opinion, except it like super it's copyrighted, so yeah. But what I do is I put one and then I fade it in and out, right, in case it butts against another music, as well as I make the volume to 10%. Let's make that volume 10%. And we'll make sure all we have to do is make sure that it doesn't run into a time lapse, right? So when you come over to here, just have the thing go under it. So if I grab, so lo-fi, we got Calm River, but then we go down to chill. Keep it moving is pretty nice, right? And then we put it like right here. We connect it there, and then we fade it in and out like so, and make the volume to 10. Let's do that. So then this is what it sounds like.
As well as, I thought I did something else. No, but I also got this hose just mending. So yeah, see you guys.
Alrighty guys, so this took way too long, but I added another villager cage with 10 villagers. Right, so 10% is like just the right volume. So then it's faded out there. So then I like to just keep doing that, right?
I think that's going to be all for this episode. So if you enjoyed, like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Adios.
Right. So that looks pretty cool. And then what you're going to want to do then is you're going to want to press export and then 1080p. Unless you have premium or whatever, then if you didn't make any changes to it, if you don't want to make any more changes, rename it to Survival Complete. And then, yeah. So this, it usually provides a rough estimate around 5% in. So that's usually when it provides an estimate of when stuff's going on, right? So you don't want to close your computer, by the way, because it'll stop and it'll be kind of annoying. But what you want to do now is you want to come up with a thumbnail. So in Minecraft, I'm gonna load that up. In Minecraft, I'm gonna take a picture, like a screenshot of two different areas. I'm gonna the iron farm dock as well as the guardian farm. I'm gonna take a picture of those two and then splice them together in Clipchamp after this is done exporting. And I'll show you how to do that and how to make it look snazzy. So yeah. All right. So this is this is the survival world, right? It's a bit laggy. If my voice is laggy, I'll voice this over or whatever. But that is what I want to take a picture of right there. So what we want to do is I'm gonna get rid of my inventory with F1, and then I'm gonna wait for the chunks to load over there, and then I'm going to press print screen. Gonna wait for a couple seconds for it to load and whatever. That seems about good. And now I'm gonna go over to the to the guardian farm. So yeah, sneak peeks and whatever. So I'm gonna go over to the guardian farm and take a picture of that as well. So yeah, see you when I've done that. All right, so I took the pictures in game. So once this finishes, we're gonna head right on over to YouTube. So I'm gonna go right about here, and I have this set as as my thing right there, right? So yeah, here it is. So Clipchamp, it's almost done. It'll so oh shoot, I haven't deleted. Hi. I haven't deleted the time-lapse footage for some of them, which that's like 40 minutes, which is a long time. It's 45 seconds. So 24 minutes. I'm going to delete that. Recycling one item. Okay. And then I think we're good on that front. Okay. So it should download. If not, then I'm just going to go work out and work on this in a little bit, because it takes 30 minutes to export. That was the time. 4 gigs. Ooh. I think I should have enough space though, because I deleted that file that was like 5 gigs. So yeah. So you're going to want to wait for this to download. By the way, you don't have to name this Survival Complete. You can name this whatever you want. But don't press any of these, because it doesn't really work. Like the save to your computer, whatever, that does not work. Upload to YouTube maybe, but save to your computer is where it's at. Or don't press save to your computer. Just wait for it to go. And then if there's no storage space left, then yeah. Come on. There we go. Okay. So we're going to want to move this from our downloads folder into our captures folder, like so. And now I can close my downloads folder, because downloads is lame. And then we're going to X out of Clipchamp, and we're going to go to this PC, right? Oh, shoot. This PC, and then pictures, screenshots. And we have these two, right? So I'm going to say right click, so select and then right click, and then say edit with Clipchamp, and then Clipchamp should open down here. You have to click on your taskbar. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. You have to click down here in order to use that. And then you also want to get your like whatever images you want, right? I'm using these two personally, and so when you want to layer something over something else, right? So I'm gonna crop this in order so that it contains good stuff. So I want it to go like that. And I don't really care about icebergs, so we can go whatever. I'm gonna move this until it's right there. So that's exactly half. And so then I'm gonna move this over right here. So then bam. So that's a half and half image, right? It's a video right now, right? So you push play and it's just that, right? Then you're gonna want to take some text. Right there. So that's a pretty decent thumbnail, I'd say, right? So we got Guardian Farm and then the dock for the Iron Farm. Right, so don't click export. So you want a full screen. Move your cursor out of the way and press print screen. And then click on that, and then full screen. Oh shoot, not that one. We want to double click on that, right? And then we want to press this button. So you can see this is just my window, right? So we're gonna wanna include this as well as this right here. And so it's very short. So try to make this bottom number as close to what was I gonna say? Try to make that bottom number as close to 1600 by shoot, 1600 by 900. Like, that's close enough, right? And then you save options, save. And then you're going to want to go into these three dots and press see more. And then press resize image. So we want to see. So we want to get it under 2.1 megabytes. So I'm going to delete this and say it's 1500. 1.8 megabytes. Bam. Save. And then I'm going to save this in my captures folder. And then I'm going to close that. And then exit out of full screen and Clipchamp, and then your media. So back to home. So I like to keep these until the video is posted in case there's something copyright or I need to change something, whatever, right? Or it's like, oh shoot, I put my real name and whatever in there. Oh shoot, you know. So I'm going to select files. We're going to select Survival Complete, and then open. And then we can add a title. There's no hashtags we need to add this time. So say Laid Back SMP Season 1 Episode 11. That's how yeah. And then, right, this can be whatever you want, right? Guardian Farm. And then the description. Hey guys, right, whatever. Here, back again for another survival episode. Today, we made some more villagers as well as some paths, a dock for the iron farm, and a guardian farm. Right, so that's not going to be it for the description, but we'll leave it at that. So we want to grab our thumbnail and put it into that upload thumbnail thing right there, right? And we select the playlist we want. If not, then create new playlist, right? And a new playlist, whatever. And then I like to select no, it's not made for kids in case I accidentally slip like a that's what she said or something like that in there. Add an end screen. I like to go one video, one playlist, one subscribe, and then I select whatever playlist that's in that it's in. So Minecraft Survival, save, right, bam. And then I like to also add cards. So I remember I mentioned that Silent Whisperer made this farm. So
get ourselves out as well as some water we put inside. But yeah, let's hang on. I'm gonna put all that. Okay, so that's just
I'm gonna put the and so against 35 guardian form. So that one, that's all I have, and you do that, and then
it's the ones with some of them. It's doing that just because.
And also shout out to the dude who made this, Silent Whisperer, right? Whatever. And then you have to say check out and whatever names Silent. Check out Hazel, check out Cyber, Silent, right? Like so, and I press save. And then that means I'm done with the cards. I can go back in and edit them, but yeah. And then check. So you're gonna want to wait until video uploading, right? You're gonna want to wait until that is done, as well as the processing. You're gonna want to wait until SD processes. So yeah. But then in your description, right? In order to add chapters, right? So you have to start with 0, 0, like so, and say intro. So I'm gonna go into Clipchamp, right? So this is Survival Complete, right? And so we know what's up. And so I select the time that the next thing happens. So we're gonna wait for all that to load.
Hey guys, the Creator 13 back again for another episode of the Laid Back SMP. Today we're gonna do some major building around this iron farm area, including paths, a dock, that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Sunlight.
So 14 seconds. So 0, 14 is when, so ancient city escape, I'll say, right? Building the farm, right? So we're building the farm, and then yeah, so that's all the chapters. And then if you mention somebody in order to do that, mentions. So I'm gonna say at Silent Whisperer right here, and then also video link And I'm gonna go YouTube. And then I'm gonna find me his video. Actually, he's right here. I can just look in his channel. Guardian Farm. Where is that? Find the Guardian, or right here.
Opera GX. Trying to play a game while you're watching your favorite YouTuber on the side, and then boom.
Not really.
By 15.
So then I take this link, and then I'll put that right there, and then it doesn't turn into a link here, but it will. And then visibility, I'm going to schedule this to come out on Friday at 1 o'clock p.m. When is that? 1 o'clock p.m. But yeah, you guys get the picture. So once the checks happen, then you can just go with visibility and hit schedule. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.